Hi guys, it's me Happy Cat and welcome to my weekly weigh-in. I'm just doing this video quite quickly. I'm actually about to film a video on my main channel and I thought I'm going to be quite busy tomorrow, so I thought I'm just going to squeeze this video in here now. So this week I have gained a pound, which I don't mind because it was my sister's birthday this week and we went a little bit crazy. It was her big 18th birthday as well, and I was the one planning it, and obviously because of lockdown we can't really go out to celebrate, so it was in the house. So I decorated the entire living room. I might put a picture up here, and I did all the food, and you know, it was meant to be junk food, do you know what I mean? There wasn't really meant to be any healthy food here. It was all just sugar and carbs, but that was kind of the point. We wanted it to be a really fun birthday. So yeah, because of that, I have gained a pound, but you know what? I'm not hating on it, you know, because sometimes things like this do come up, like birthdays do come up, special occasions do come up, Krispy Kreme donuts sometimes does come up in life. So yeah, I'm not hating on it too badly, to be fair. But I'm gonna have a busy week next week. We have a gas inspector coming to the house to do the yearly maintenance on the boiler, and I kind of decided, because the kitchen's looking a little bit drab, I decided I'm going to paint the whole kitchen next week. I'm going to turn it from green to duck egg blue and paint the cupboards white. So that's definitely going to take me a couple of days next week to do all that. Also, the kitchen needs a good deep clean first anyway, you know, to prep everything ready to paint it. So I know I'm going to have a full-on week next week. And when this has happened to me before in the past, when I have big house projects or I do a big deep clean, I tend to have a really big weight loss that week. As long as I stay on a healthy like sort of diet, healthy eating that week, I will actually burn a lot of calories doing all the decorating. I think last time I did a big decorating week like that, I lost like 4 pounds in that week. So fingers crossed. As long as I'm good the rest of the week, like, I should be fine. I know I'm having fish and chips on Tuesday, but because I know that in advance, I can just make sure I plan around it. Plus Tuesday is going to be my main decorating day, like the main painting day. So I'm going to burn a ton loads of calories that day, and I probably won't really have time to eat dinner. So fish and chips at the end of the day, I don't mind that. It shouldn't mess up my weight loss too much for next week. So yeah, that's the hope anyway. Little Madam wants to come and say hi. What you doing, baby girl? Are you being nosy? Look, Shannon, look. Say hi. Say hi, people. Hello. Hello. Anyway, yeah, so I've got a bunch of stuff to do. Yeah, so I'm still going to enjoy it. That is still party food left over. I mean, the party was yesterday, so that's probably why I am like retaining, and probably am retaining some water. And to be fair, realistically, I probably have put a pound on, so I'm really not worried about it. And I don't want to either. The point of what I was saying in my video last week, and if you haven't seen my video from last week yet, definitely check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. What I was sort of touching on last week is I don't want to feel guilty at all. I don't want to feel guilty if I gain weight. I don't want to feel guilty around food. I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy life. I want to enjoy food, but I also want to enjoy the process of eating healthy and losing weight. And I do believe that there is definitely a balance to be had, and this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm not going to be shamed for not losing weight that week. Like, again, my experience of being in Civil World, you know, you got a clap if you lost weight or maintained, and no one clapped for you if you gained weight. And I think it definitely builds up a very negative thing, that is bad that you gained weight, and I'm trying to like eliminate that thought from my head, because you know, weight isn't everything. I do believe like weight loss clubs like that could do better by doing measurements and weight combined. And you know what? I reckon they'd be better getting body fat analyzer scales and actually measuring your actual body fat that you lost instead of just weight, because weight can include so many things and it's very frustrating. It can contain water, it can contain bloat because of water, it could contain, you know, because of your time of the month, you could be ill, you could have a it's like cold. You could have done exercise and your muscles are sore, and because your muscles are repairing, there's fluid that builds around your muscles to help heal it. So that could be a causing factor why you gained weight this week. You could have just had a salty meal the day before. It could be healthy, but you could have added salt to your meal and then you gained weight the next day. It could be the heat. It could be because it's cold. There's literally so many reasons, so many reasons why people gain weight, and it's not always because they ate bad. I know for me this week, I know it's because I ate bad. I'm not trying to get around with that. I know, but I'm just trying to give my little feedback on my experiences I've had with like weight loss clubs, and how, you know, having a negative thing for gaining weight, it seems like a little bit unfair, especially when you haven't done anything wrong to deserve that. That's why I do think measurements should be included, and actual body fat percentage should be the top thing on the list, because that's going to give you a better reflection of what you're actually doing. I remember one of the guys in my slimming club, he actually ran a marathon and he ate healthy. He had extra protein and stuff and carbs, but healthy carbs. He stayed on plan 100%, and he ran a marathon and he gained 5 pounds that week. And again, people didn't even clap for it. They clapped after, like when they were like, you know, oh, this person actually ran a marathon this week, yay, then you get claps for that. But when you get claps for your 5 pound gain, it's like, yeah, he didn't do anything to deserve those 5 pound gains. I mean, it's not even real. It's not even real. And yet you're not acknowledged for it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just something I think about sometimes. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like the whole thing needs to be reinvented and thought about in a different perspective. Whatever the scale says isn't a true reflection of what you're doing, basically. And in fact, the scales is probably the last thing you need to think about. So from this week, I'm going to start taking my measurements as well. And I do have body fat analyzer scales. So because I do actually have a bit of a stigma about my weight, that's why I haven't actually told you guys what my weight is yet, because I'm frankly embarrassed. I am embarrassed about my weight now, and I've seen people, you know, like other influencers who are quite open and quite happy to share their starting weight. I'm like horrendously embarrassed to show my starting weight, and to be fair, I don't think I can. Because I'm disappointed with it. Like, I cringe when I look at my starting weight. I cannot deal with that. And yeah, it really like freaks me out to even think about my weight. And I think it's because I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed what people are going to think. I'm embarrassed what you guys might think of me. You know, I mean, not everyone is nice on YouTube. I worry about what my family will think. I worry about what my friends will think. It's very embarrassing to admit like your weight, especially when you are bigger, and I'm definitely bigger at the moment. And like I said, like, so even when I was like thin before, and I'll show you another picture here in case you didn't see my video last week, when I was thin before, when I was that size, I was still like 11.5 to 12 stone. So even when I'm slim, I'm quite heavy. So as you can imagine, if I'm a few stone heavier than that now, you know, people, when I tell people what my weight is now, like in Simmer World or wherever, they'll be like, oh, you don't look it. You don't look like you're that heavy. You know, I thought you'd be like 2 or 3 stone lighter because I'm short. But I do think I do hold a lot of density in my muscles and bones or whatever else. I definitely am a heavy person even when I'm thin. So obviously if I've gained weight on top of that, I'm going to be quite heavy. I guess what I'm saying is, me telling you what my weight is, I feel like you'll judge me harder because I'm really heavy. But I know that even when I'm a size 10, I'm still like 12 stone. So, and when I was size 10, I didn't tell anyone my weight then either. I didn't tell anyone I was 12 stone when I was at size 10 because I thought I was really fat because I was heavy and I was looking at what the scale said. So even though I was size 10, I thought I must be morbidly obese because I'm 12 stone. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, like, so in my head, like, so what, even when in Slimming World, again, when I signed up to start with and I had to put like my target weight, I put 11.5 stone because I knew full well that when I was size 10, you know, the lightest I've ever been was 11.5 stone. I couldn't go beyond that. Like, you know, my body was happy at 11.5 stone. And my Slimming World leader was like, oh, well, according to your BMI, you'll still be overweight. You know, you'd still be overweight at that. You might want to, you know, reduce it more. And this was like a few years, this was like 5 or 6 years ago. And then I was like, well, I know 11.5 stone is right for me. You know, I might be heavy on some BMI chart, but I was size 10 at that weight. And I don't want to go smaller than that because I've got quite a big bust, I'm quite curvy. I don't think I can physically go smaller than that. I could do, but you know, I'm still going to carry the weight on my boobs and my hips because I am very, you know, even when I'm slim, I'm quite curvy. Yeah, so this is why from this week, I'm just doing measurements. I'm doing weight as well, but I'll be doing weekly measurement updates. Well, I might do my measurement dates every month because obviously over a week you're not going to lose anything really measurement wise. But yeah, I think I'll do weekly weigh-in updates, then monthly measurements. But I'll start my measurements from next week just because I haven't got my tape handy right now. But yeah, I'll do my measurements from next week, and then every 4 weeks after that I'll do the measurements again. And then I do have body fat analyzer scales, so I'll actually be marking down my body fat, which I think is a more accurate thing, because for some reason I'm fine telling you what my body fat percentage is, and I'm fine telling you my waist size, but when it comes to the actual scale weight, oh, that's my phone. When it comes to the actual weight on the scale, I really like feel embarrassed about sharing that with you guys, and I don't know why. It's weird. It's probably my insecure thing I need to fix basically. But yeah, that's how I feel about the whole thing. Again, each week I feel like I'm just reflecting on more, and I'm definitely more excited. And do you know what, guys, I definitely feel less guilty, and it actually feels good. And I haven't binged this week, can you believe it? Even though there was a party yesterday, food all over the table. I got a picture of the food here, food all over the table, and I didn't even have like hardly anything. I think I had like 2 Jaffa cakes, and I had 2 mini cheese and onion pasties, like finger sized ones. And what else did I have? I think I had like 2 cocktail sausages, and that was like it, because I wasn't really hungry. Yeah, because I was like spent the whole day planning and everything, I wasn't even that hungry. I've eaten a few bits this morning, like I kind of had like my share of the food this morning. But I don't feel guilty about it, and I actually feel quite proud, because normally in that situation I would have like got myself worked up thinking I can't have it, I cannot have this food. I'd get myself worked up about it, and then, you know, and then I would binge. So I didn't actually binge this week because I didn't have to worry about the guilt surrounding food. So I've definitely had a breakthrough with the situation, so I'm super happy with that. But anyway, guys, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on the next video. Monday's video, I will be doing a full face of makeup with no mirror, so make sure you turn on the notification bell so you can be informed when that video is up. So thank you all for watching, take care, stay safe, and until next time, bye!